record. Never mind, they're gonna be... Oh,
what happened?
never mind!
Who is that?
Dixon in the driver's seat, Ingram behind him down the back straightaway. A little bit of juking out there. It's like a football field.
Yeah, taking some IndyCar lines down the back straightaway. Ingram really closes up on the back bumper of the 15. He's all over it as we go through 3 and 4. He's there on the bottom. He's to the inside. Coming to the checker flag. Oh, the big all 3 of them. Around.
Busa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a dragway race to the line. Tom Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Excel Racing Stars Tour Race of Champions. Here, of course, live on JTN. As always, I'm your host, JoeTowNetwork, and alongside me tonight, it's the spectacular Ricky Collette. Welcome to Pocono, Ricky, although I think it's a little bit different of a setup tonight.
Yeah, Joe, this isn't your typical Pocono here that we're racing at tonight. It's a little itty bitty short track on the front straightaway here, a 3/4 mile short track on the old Pocono configuration from the presumably the early 90s.
I believe early 80s.
Late 80s. I think this is late 80s.
Okay, well, while we get our stats on that. Of course, this is a 3/4 mile track. We're going to be going for 75 laps tonight. Fixed setup. Moderate damage. Gosh, realistic damage. I was right. I was right, and then I corrected myself, Ricky, and that's how we know we're off to a flying start. I mean, my goodness. But obviously, we always talk about Pocono being very tricky, Ricky. But tonight, without racing on that triangle, is this still going to be a tricky experience for these drivers?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a different experience, that's for sure. As you said, there's no triangle here, Joe. There's a turn 4, technically, for this racetrack here. It's got this little 1/4 mile over. It's faster than you think. It's got some long straightaways here. Watching these guys in practice, they're capping out somewhere in the mid 130s coming down these straightaways, and you think, okay, they're going into the infield. It's going to be a pretty flat turn. Well, you're half right, because it's a pretty flat entrance to the turn, but as they get into turn 1 here, they hit some pretty decent banking and filters out to a very narrow back straightaway here. Very interestingly shaped track. 8 degrees of banking around this place, but it seems like a lot more watching these guys go through the turns.
Yeah, able to carry a lot of speed through the corner on entry and through the center, which... man, oh man, it's going to make a great night of racing. Of course, if this is your first time here with us at JTN, the JoeTowNetwork, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Got all kinds of great racing action coming at you throughout this week and next week as we're wrapping up the month of May here. And, there's a bunch of fantastic races that last weekend, but I think we might have some of the best ones on your computer screens or smart TV screens or phones. That you ever will see starting here tonight at the Pocono Short Track with the Saturday Night Street Stock mod with all the boys here, Excel Racing. This is the Race of Champions, so that means all the drivers in the field tonight have won since Excel Racing reopened their doors in 2020. That will be something to watch. Everybody is used to winning in this field, Ricky, but only one driver will be able to take home the checkered flag.
Yeah, that's true, Joe. One driver's going to be able to take home that checkered flag today, and it's going to be a hard-fought fight here. I'm noticing a very one-lane surface around this place. You really just want to get to that bottom and stick to it like it owes you money. Moving around, getting around these guys here tonight is going to take a little bit of creative passing, if you catch my drift here, and going to make for some dicey racing to walk away with that victory tonight.
Well, we've already had our first victor of the night in qualifying. Ricky, why don't you take us through our starting lineup?
All right, with pleasure for tonight's race. 7 cars, smaller field for this small track. Was starting on pole at a time of 25.247 seconds will be the 9 car of Michael Berner. Starting in the second spot will be the 53 of Ryan Rogers. Starting in the third spot will be the 12 of Steve Rogers. Nick Rogers in the 22 will be starting 4th. And Mike Rogers in the 11th will be starting for the 5th spot. And I'm going to butcher this. I'm going to butcher this. Brian Zapier. Is it Zapier or Zapier?
Zapier.
Zapier.
Ricky is currently punching his...
It's one of those things that you read it out and you think, no, it cannot be phonetic. There's got to be a trick in there. But no, the 6 car of Brian Zapier.
79 of Brian Zapier.
79, and I butchered it again. 79 of Brian Zapier will be starting for the 6th spot, and rounding out our field tonight in the 00 will be the 7 car of Chris Rogers.
00 of Chris Rogers. All right, Ricky, off to a great start. Rounding out our field, starting in 7th in the 00 car, Chris Rogers. Ricky, you're doing so good. Of course, this was our race preview presented by Circle the Diecast. Make sure you use code JTN at checkout on your order. Linked in the description below to their main page of their website. You can go get yourself a pretty sick looking Alex Bowman race win diecast after yesterday. Which, by the way, Ricky, I predicted correctly.
Did you predict correctly?
I predicted it last week on the Fake Racers podcast on Tuesday. So I think I win. I gotta go to Vegas or something, buy a lottery ticket. I don't know. But,
yeah, I think you gotta go buy some lottery tickets.
You talked about it being a one-lane racetrack. Well, that means this guy in the 00, Chris Rogers, he's going to have a tall task in front of him tonight, starting out back on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough task tonight here, starting shotgun on the field. But on the bright side, like I said, only 7 cars here tonight. It's not hard to see where that leader is. If you can stay in touch with the leader, it's not hard to stay with him. But it's going to be a bit of a chore for him to get through. But if that car's handling well, then he should have no issue making his way up through the field. Lap time's running pretty similar around here with that fixed setup. So it's going to be a matter of a tenth of a second difference in lap time here that's going to get you up to that leader.
One thing I forgot to do. Make sure I fix it real quick here, Ricky. I mean, it's a short track under the lights here tonight. Not under the lights of your room probably, because it's probably night wherever you are out there. In the daytime, does that do anything to the racetrack? I made so many mistakes, Ricky. I'm gonna throw it to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Yep, that's it. Sunlight on a short track. A lot of times when we talk about series like this, we're talking about night racing. I know you're just going to give me some answer about, oh, well, in NR 2003, the game works like this.
The track's like the front straight at Pocono here, Joe. There's not exactly a place where you're going to get shade. They're just baking in the Pennsylvania sun here, but yeah, very, very different because, you know, with the sun beating down on the track, it's kind of cooking this racing surface. The tires are a little slick. The whole racing surface is a little more slick than it would be at night with the cooler temperatures. Tires grip up easier at night. The cars run cooler at night, so you can take them up more. There's a lot of different factors. Running during the day on a short track like this is a little bit more counterintuitive to what these cars want to have to run the most optimum way, I guess.
If you're one of these guys and you have little experience here on this track, I mean, this is a very unique track. Obviously, it's set up as special for this event and next Monday's race here with the modifieds. How do you go about, like, you know, I mean, it's a unique layout. We've never seen this before on JTN. I feel like very few of our viewers will have seen this before on JTN, or before at all. What does that mean for the drivers?
For the drivers, that would usually mean that this place is a grand equalizer because everyone's walking into this without probably much knowledge on how to run these cars here. This one's a unique one. Not a lot of people use the Pocono short track, but it's a fun time bombing around here in pretty much any walk of life, any kind of race car that you take onto this little 3/4 mile. I don't believe this exists anymore on the current Pocono. I think this was just a thing back in the day.
Probably not.
I would almost actually make a serious wager on that because there's definitely more stuff in the infield now than this track would lead to believe.
I think Pocono has a lot of really good camping.
I would imagine so if it's a 2.5 mile track. That much infield.
I mean, Indianapolis doesn't have camping. What do you mean? Oh, it's 2.5 mile track.
Golf course.
That's true. I'm very excited. I'm going to Indy in August. That'll be fun. Oh, buddy! Zapior. Big hit. There. Drive away.
Getting that go ahead here. Everyone on grid right now for this race.
Drivers being called to their cars. We'll get this one going here on JTN. Welcome, MT Johnson, to the chat. Nice to see you out there. Fans they're a little rowdy tonight, Ricky.
Please start your engines.
All right,
Pretty.
That was the lamest command ever. He said, please. He told him, please start your engines.
Please start your engines. Oh, this is racing. There's no please.
There's no please. It's all take, no give tonight. 75 laps here from the Pocono short track. It's going to be a great night of racing. Hope you're tuned in. You'll be on the edge of your seat. You might not even use your seat tonight, depending on where you are. 9 car, Michael Berner. Going to start on the pole to his outside. It's that 53 of Ryan Rogers.
Hell, losing the pace car here. Look at him.
Hey, big headed scene. They want that extra parade lap. And remember, we'll have double file restarts here in this series. But we'll take the green flag, and the next time by we'll go back green flag. We'll take the game green flag, right, Ricky? And then the next time by we'll go actual green. Field
front straightaway here.
that makes their way off of turn 4. They see the green flag, and we're underway here from Pocono.
Runner's got that inside line. You just see how much he pulls on the 53 of Ryan Rogers. A little further back here, Steve Rogers hits that apron a little bit, washes up a little bit, and that's going to let the 22 and Nick Rogers start to get an edge on him. Make that pass on the outside on the entry into the turn.
And that 22 car able to make the outside work through 1 and 2. Have to think that might be because that 12 of Steve Rogers hit the apron a little bit. I don't think that'll be a good strategy as this night goes on, but maybe as those tires kind of wear off, car gets a little tighter, hitting that apron might give you that, cool tires off, maybe give you a little extra grip.
Yeah, it might help a little bit. I think also what helped the 22 there, you could see he was up by the wall, so he was able to arc it into the turn a lot, make a much larger arc into that turn than the 12 car was, being stuck on the bottom there. So I think that helped him really roll that Chevelle into the turn 3 to at least set up that pass. Because you saw he filtered down to the bottom as soon as he got past the 12 and kind of just took off. A little further back here, the 00, Chris Rogers already passing the 11 of Mike Rogers, up 3 spots here to the 5th position. So we talked about that 00, Chris Rogers at the start of the show. Would he be able to start past these guys starting on the back of the field? And it looks like he's already starting to make some quick work of a few of these guys.
I believe he was the fastest in happy hour. So, I mean, there might be something there. Maybe figured this track out. Didn't have a lot of practice with that 00 car. They had trouble unloading.
Interesting to hear these guys coming around here, Joe. The 9 of Michael Berner actually catches the wall just a hair. Almost sounds like they're shifting a little bit coming around here. I think Burner's not. I don't know if Burner's shifting, but it looks like Ryan Rogers at 53 is actually like taking it down a gear or two in the turns, trying to get a better drive off. You can hear him hitting that, getting close to that rev limiter. Oh, and he's sideways. You can tell where that. That's a downside to using that shorter gears. It gives you a little more wheel spin. But the 79 of Zapier around in turn 4 and no caution.
There's the caution.
Looks like the throw one, but
And that car is smoking.
Ryan Zapier already on pit road.
Oh my goodness. Hood already off on that vehicle. Let's get you a replay.
This looks like he lost control of it here coming off of turn 4. Kind of what we just saw the 53 do. Oh, he caught that inside pit wall.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that's not the kind of shot you want to get.
No.
And, that's very unfortunate. I don't know if that 79 is going to be able to get back out here with realistic damage. I think that Camaro might have just grenaded itself off of the pit wall.
Have to see if they can get that thing fixed. No lights on the pace car. That's going to be fun tonight.
Ah, it's old-timey. Wave his hand out the window.
I don't... Does he even have windows?
Doesn't have hands. On JTN, you have the first pace car driver without appendages.
Impressive. All right. Everybody come
you sure about
accept
that? 00.
9 and
Yeah,
00. I didn't get a chance to really ask about the tire wear.
It's a 75 lapper here in
We can go
3/4 mile track, so I don't think the fuel is going to be a huge to-do.
We can only
A
go
huge
about
issue.
60
That's
to
what they're
70.
saying.
So,
Oh, this is going to get you close then.
I mean, I think you'd probably end up being good. Because you got to
Yeah.
expect a caution later in this thing. But if those tires end up working out enough for you, I mean...
Yeah,
Maybe.
the important thing for these guys starting up front here is kind of just short track courtesy. Not short track courtesy, but short track, I guess, a lesson in short track tire management, which is don't fry the tires up here. They're not going to be on that much older rubber compared to the rest of these guys in the field. And it'll probably equalize out, but they're going to make sure they're not pushing it too hard. But Chris Rogers coming down pit road here, second time around, so maybe there's a little bit of a pit strategy here with this 00.
That's the field strategy right there.
Yeah.
Or maybe he saw everyone else come down and he thought,
It's like, I'll take the challenge.
I did it once, I can try to do it again.
If I did it once, I can do it twice. I can make my way through the field.
I have to start on the outside on the back row. Lights are still on in the corners.
And I can confirm right now, Joe, the 79 is out for the day with an accident. Very unfortunate for that team. That was a very rough place to have that spin. Really nothing you could do there.
You really just said he's out with an accident.
That's what it says. I'm looking at what the entry list. You got a problem? Take it up with the
Take it up with the NR 2003.
take it up with the stewards. All right.
All right. Do we have stewards?
I get we have Tony Stewart's.
Jesus, Ricky. All right, let's see what happened. I guess these short tracks, the cautions are a little longer, aren't they? Hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Michael Berner out front right now. What's he have to do now? He's going to have to fend off all these guys on the new tires. Minimize wheel spin, I think, would probably be the big thing, right? And then also kind of work the restart a little bit. You're going to probably take the inside line. Maybe you can work something out with that 53 of Ryan Rogers. What lane would you take, Ricky?
That's a tough one because you'd think that you'd want to. You think you'd want that low line, but conventional thinking might not mean that you'd want to start down low. You'd probably want to start up high so you can dive the car into the turn, get that drive in when all these guys are getting up to speed. So I'd actually say probably the outside.
Get a little jump on the restart too, because you're going to be calling the green.
That is true, which could change it a little bit. You could start in the inside if you're making the call on the green.
Will Burner and the Burner Motorsports Chevrolet. What kind of... Well, I can't even tell anymore, Ricky. They all blend up together. That's a Camaro.
That is a Camaro. Camaro, Chevelle, Mustang, Chevelle, Camaro. There.
Is that a Mustang?
Yeah, that is a Mustang.
Why
Steve Rogers in 12. That
why
is
does it
definitely
say
a Mustang.
Buick on my entry list?
That.
Huh.
I mean,
because I thought it was a Mustang too, but then there's Buick on my entry list. What are we doing? All right, so Field gonna double up here. You'll see that flag man waving the green flag. He's wrong. We're right.
Ray Stewart's always wrong.
Always wrong. Never get that right. You know, incidental contact or avoidable contact in IndyCar. Oh my goodness, worst thing in the world. But Burner gonna lead him back to green. Then it's the 53 of Ryan Rogers who's outside. The 22 of Nick Rogers, Steve Rogers make up row number 2, 22-12. And then the 11 of Mike Rogers and the 00 of Chris Rogers. So Burner, then Rogers here on the restart. Again, folks, these are all the winners from the past, well, roughly year here at Excel Racing. So a little bit of a race of champions here, throwing it back the old days when we used to run it just like this here at Pocono. Fans are on their feet as the field comes out of turn number 4. And we get ready to go back. Green flag racing. Come to the line. And there it is. Green flag and a lot of wheel spin in that 9 car.
Yeah, it's going to give Ryan Rogers a really big jump here. Look at Chris Rogers way back, looking way up outside. Couldn't make the run on that. But here comes Michael Burner in the 9. He gets loose on the apron. And oh, we got a car sideways. We got
no!
22 around in the grass. Oh, watch out, watch out.
What?
Oh, boy. Mike Rogers gets through that unscathed, but...
Well, restarts, wouldn't you say, Ricky?
I would say. I would say very much so.
Oh, things got a little crazy. See what happens. Steve Rogers on the outside. I don't know if that 22 of Nick...
22 just tried to kind of get in line there. Kind of got the back of the 12 and set him into the outside wall a little bit. When Steve Rogers hit the outside wall, it just sort of ricocheted him right back down into the 22. And at that point, they were just both along for the ride.
Yeah, I think the 12 got into the back of the 9, and that kind of did a little bit of bumper grab, maybe? Brake immersion.
I think so.
So let's watch that again here on the helicopter cam. Watch it slow-mo. Yeah, see, 12 makes contact there with the 9, gets him up in the wall, comes down into the 22.
Looks like Michael Burner, 22 Nick Rogers obviously coming down after that. But looks like Michael Burner's coming down to get tires. So that 9 team deciding good time to tag out on that pit strategy and just kind of make his way back up. A ton of cars you got to pass through here. Only 4 cars in front of them. So it's not a daunting task, quite honestly.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do? Like, I don't know. Chris Rogers looks like he's going to come down. So will the 53 of Ryan Rogers. The 11, only car staying out, Michael Rogers. I believe he did a little skid down the back straightaway off of turn number 2 as well. So have to watch that if he decides to stay out here on the restart. Wanted to give a big shout out to Excel Racing legend Kenny Shipley. As you may be aware at home, we ran the ALS Awareness 175. Might have that mile count wrong, and I apologize if I do. I can go back to it though. But wanted to big shout out to Kenny Shipley. Just know, buddy, all these guys here, they love you, they're thinking about you, and we're so happy to hear that things are going well And happy. It sounds like you were tuning in tonight, so happy to see you tuning in, and really glad to hear everything's going well there with Shipley. Go check out that ALS Awareness 150, especially the post race. Go check that out. It's the most shining example of how these guys here at Excel, they're more than just competitors on the track. They really are a family. I think maybe we overuse that here on JTN a lot when we talk about our leagues, but here at Excel, they supported Kenny so much, and they continue to do so as he's battling ALS, and Kenny just wanted to shout you out, know that we're thinking about you, and all these boys here are thinking about you.
Around this time by, it looks like Mike Rogers will be leading when we get back here to Green Flag Racing. The way things shuffled out here, Michael Berner's going to be starting second, so these guys are playing pit strategy with each other, kind of leapfrogging back and forth on who comes down when to get fuel and tires. But right now, it looks like Mike Rogers is going to be the man on point, and Michael Berner is going to be the big winner there.
Got an update, checked and released from the Infield Care Center. Brian Zapior told our reporter, Bristol, he tried to tap the gas and it just didn't work, and then he laughed out loud.
That's good. I was afraid he was laughing internally. It's not good to keep your laughs bottled up inside.
All right, so you'll see the flag man wave the green flag. We're not back under green just yet here at Pocono. We're going to double up. We'll go green next time at that yellow line there and get this one back going on lap number 20.
Yo, we're kind of ripping through this pretty quickly. I can only imagine it's going to get quicker as we start getting green flag laps down here. Almost a third of the way through this race.
Grip it and rip it, Ricky. Grip it and rip it.
Grip it and rip it. Grip it and rip it. Grip it and rip it.
Get this one back underway. 11 car, Mike Rogers going to lead him back to green with Michael Berner to his outside. Berner has been up front all throughout the night, going to try to retake that lead here on the restart. Field comes down the front straightaway, coming to the line. Hit the gas, get there fast. We're back underway at Pocono.
Well, Berner gets a great drive.
Ooh,
Mike
baby.
Rogers for the moment. He saves it, but Berner's up at the wall.
Ryan Rogers thought about taking it 3 wide there for his second. Big run on the outside. Berner back to the lead.
Berner's bouncing off the wall there to get that lead.
Side by side now for second. Mike Rogers on the bottom. Ryan Rogers to his outside. Those two battling all the way down the front straightaway. This 53 going to try to send it down into the corner. Going to make it stick. Steve Rogers, big time loose through the center. He's all the way up by the guardrail. Everybody gets on by clean.
Yeah, this guy's gotta be careful on those cold tires. It looks very free going into the turn, especially into turn 2. And I think it's gonna take a few laps for these tires to kind of warm up completely. But see double zero Chris Rogers just hanging it out back there in that blue and white Camaro.
He's gonna want to get it going here. Don't want to get too far behind. Big time send to the center, trying to get around this 22 of Nick Rogers.
Ryan Rogers up here hitting that white line. Michael Berner taking a slightly different line. Looks like he's trying to enter the turn a little higher. Try to diamond it just a little bit. And that time by, looks like Ryan Rogers prevailed with the faster lap. But Rogers, you can tell he's throwing it in pretty deep into the turns here compared to what Berner's doing.
In that situation, if you're that trailing car here, and we know it's hard to pass, we know it's very one groove of a racetrack, is that really what you have to do? Kind of see if you can outbrake the guy, kind of like you would at a road course?
Yeah, definitely. You can see he's really throwing it in there, really hanging out that 53 car. And that's the easiest way to get under someone. You can definitely meticulously get at him. lap after lap just by sort of taking a different line around the place. But the easier surefire way is just dive it in really deep and hope the tires last long enough to do it.
Well, I've heard a lot in the last couple weeks, Ricky, about people wanting to see race car drivers really have to wheel the cars, and I think we're seeing that right here as this battle for the lead is heating on up with that 53 trying to get wrapped by this 9 car. So I got to tune into JTN, folks. I mean, these cars are always hard to drive for the drivers. They're always on the edge.
Back, Mike Rogers getting sized up by the 22. Nick Rogers to the inside, gonna take that position. See if we can get that machine on by. The 11 looks like he's gonna make the pass. Chris Rogers, big wiggle, taps, and that whole thing just got way out of hand for him and recovers it quite nicely. And he's gonna try to make a run at the 11, getting way down on that apron. He is using all of the flat on that racetrack. And look at this run he's got.
And that's kind of you saw the negative side of that, right? The car gets a little too loose, but that last time by, they're off of turn 4. Hitting that apron, kind of using it to your advantage, really helps you get a good, strong drive off because you can use more of the racetrack getting out to that outside wall.
Absolutely, and it kind of helps too because you're almost kind of cutting the racetrack as Mike Rogers goes around. We'll see if that stays green here.
And it won't. That's our 3rd yellow on the night. Well, well, well. You know who really likes to see that yellow, though?
Who would like to see that yellow?
Well, the fans, because it punches them back up, of course. But Steve Rogers in the 12, he was about a straight away behind the field. So that should get him caught back up. You see it again from the top of the grandstand down there at the turn 3 end, and oh my goodness. How did he not hit those barrels?
Got very lucky there that we didn't see a repeat of what happened with the 79 earlier. That he didn't catch that inside retainer wall.
I think he might have even just clipped the barrels. It's just maybe they weren't solid. Everybody coming down pit road except the 11. I have to think the 11 will come by next time. Back of the pack, cause a caution, yada yada yada.
Yada 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 yada.
So I think this is our indication that tires do mean something, Ricky. Everyone down on pit road taking 4 tires. Chris Rogers, good pit stop, gets all the way up to 2nd off of pit road. What a stop by that 00 team, as long as he didn't speed, because he was going pretty quick there.
Looks like Michael Berner's going to get the lead here, but we'll see what Mike Rogers does in this 11. I can't imagine. I think, yeah, Mike's going to come on down here with those tires. I think he's going to have to go the end of the line anyways.
This pits our fastest qualifier against our fastest car in happy hour here on the front row if things stay the way they are right now. Who are you taking in that battle?
I don't know. It's Berner's been good, but now we see Chris Rogers up in front.
Chris in that 00 won the crate modified feature at Riverhead 2 weekends ago. So he's got that real life racing pedigree and some sim racing pedigree too. Behind the wheel, that 00. Well, hey, folks, if you like what you're seeing tonight, we're going to be back here next Monday night with Excel Racing from the Pocono Short Track. Again, start time of 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time. But if you got that racing itch and you just can't scratch it, I mean, JTN has you covered. This Thursday night, the Bomb Squad Cup Series heads to Kentucky. Coverage beginning there, 9:05 p.m. Eastern. Then the USORL Cup Series closes out the round of 10, Ricky, in what should be a fantastic race where we got 2 guys tied on the bubble there. in the players, 10:40 p.m. Eastern time. For that one, again, back here next Monday night with the modifieds from this Pocono short track, capping off the Race of Champions here with the Stars Tour. Then the Hobo Racing Cup Series makes their triumphant return to JTN from the Texas Motor Speedway, 8:50 p.m. Eastern there next Tuesday night. Then back with All-Star Racing on Wednesday, also from the Texas Motor Speedway, 8:55 p.m. Eastern time. For that one, of course, all live only on the JTN YouTube, presented by TWB Technologies. Together, we are better. If you want to sponsor JTN, inquire with us. JoeTowNetwork@gmail.com. Inquire. At those, of course, your upcoming races here on JTN. I'm going to do some more sponsored plugs. Of course, we got our Diecast special. Make sure you use code JTN at checkout on your order of $20 or more at CircleBDiecast.com and Plan B sales. Got a lot of great diecast up for 2020. There's also, if you love these cars you see on track like I do, University of Racing diecast are on CircleBDiecast.com. And usually that's the car that's their deal of the day. Some great looking race cars there. So go check them out.
Here, Joe. Looks like we're gonna get the one to go. These guys will form up. We'll see who gets the inside lane here.
That's the good thing about the pace car not having lights. We have the one extra to go because Excel. Hey, these double file restarts, when you do them with the game restart, are very, very hard, right?
Yeah, because you gotta clear black flags if someone passes the wrong guy at the wrong time. Now they can just. So much easier doing it like this, and Michael Burner going to take the inside here from Chris Rogers. I think that's a sound move. You just got to make sure he doesn't spin those tires, because that double zero is going to come rearing down on him the minute that he spins those tires. We saw it happen last time when I believe Burner had the inside as well, that he spun those tires just a little bit and lost the lead.
MT Johnson writes in JTN, you guys rock. We appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
we think we suck, but whenever you guys tell us we do good, we really appreciate it. It helps boost us back up to thinking we're okay.
Oh, only sometimes.
Only sometimes, you know. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys tuning in to Excel Racing tonight. Here from the Pocono Short Track with the Street Stocks and the Stars Tour. Coming to green this time by Michael Burner. Going to lead him back with Chris Rogers to his outside. Down the front straightaway we go. That 9 car going to try not to spin those tires. Back away we go. Green flag here on lap 35.
He definitely didn't spin those tires. Michael Burner's going to get a good run, but look at that double zero. Throw it into the turn. Chris Rogers got a whale of a run coming into the turn, and he's going to be side by side for the lead here. Is he going to be able to clear him?
I think he might have a decent shot here through 3 and 4, although we've seen that bottom so much stronger. He can keep it side by side down the front straightaway. He might have a chance to battle back for the lead down into 1. Inside Michael Burner, outside Chris Rogers for the lead. Rogers way up the track.
I think Chris Rogers is finding something here with the new. Oh, we got car in the wall and back. They're all good. Ryan Rogers gets the wall a little bit. Look at this double zero and Chris Rogers.
He's trying. He's just got to get clear. He's clear.
He's clear. I think that double zero just found a new line there, riding around right along the Armco around this track. A little extra grip up there and able to power on by the 9 car. Right as they sorted out, the rest of the field sorted out too. So we had a whole madhouse dash for 3rd place here. That looks like Nick Rogers is going to remain our 3rd place car and actually get to the inside of Michael Burner here coming off turn 4.
Gonna try. He's got a big run down into turn 1. Now Burner gonna have to try to use that outside line. Oh, not there just yet for the 22.
Yeah, that's so hard because you can only go so far down the track. See the 12 Steve Rogers wiggle a little bit there. You can only go so far down the track before you get skewered by the pit wall. So it's almost like playing a game of chicken here. You go down there, the guy tries to block you. You keep going down. It's just who's going to give out first. I think Nick Rogers right now wants to live to fight another day.
Yeah, but today is the day they hand out the trophy, so I mean, you're not really fighting for another day.
Wrong. You're not wrong. Wrong, you were not. Let's say Michael Berner here in the 9 car is not letting that 00 get away. He's going to try to power on the outside.
Oh, 11 car around at the back of the field. We're still under green. He's going to get it flipped around. No caution.
No caution. We stay green here. Coming around the track, down the back straightaway here. It looks like Berner's starting to lose a little bit of ground to the 00. He had a really good run last time by, but it looks like he tried to take the high line. Try to take an alternative line, kind of try to do what Chris Rogers did to him earlier, and the car just got really tight, lost a ton of momentum. But you can see he's starting to come back right now. Right in the back bumper of the 00.
Well, top 4 all underneath the blanket. Top 2 wash up the track a little bit. They're really starting to diamond this corner as they're wearing these tires in.
Yeah, and I think it's that the car's probably tightening up a little bit. You probably can't get it down to the white line like you were earlier. You probably have to start coercing the car, using physics to your advantage to kind of get it to rotate, just based on entry. You can't just throw it in at the bottom and the car will just hold down there now. Oh, the 9 of Michael Berner.
He's internet issues.
Having a little bit of connection issues, a little bit of transponder, but he's back and he's still looking for this lead.
Oh my goodness, that 00. Chris Rogers is wheeling that thing. The back end just sliding out. 22 to the inside of the 9. Berner in the wall. Nick Rogers to the inside, down into turn 1. Battle for second.
Nick Rogers got so close to catching the 9. Great heads-up driving by that 22. Could not hook him. And Berner off the wall again.
Well, now it's going to get really hard here, racing side by side. And if you're Chris Rogers out front, you're loving what you're seeing. 22 on by for second.
Michael Berner might actually lose another spot here to Ryan Rogers. He's not careful. That 53 throws it in deep, but the 9 throws it in a whole lot deeper. Wow. So Michael Berner's going to hold on to this 3rd place spot, but Nick Rogers has got clear sailing now to make a run for our leader. He's catching him, Joe. Looks like it.
At 22, I've noticed throughout the race, he's pretty good as the tires get some laps on him. Maybe not as quick as these guys on the fresh ones, but Berner falling back even more now, going to succumb to the 53 of Ryan Rogers.
Nick Rogers just ran his best lap of the race, which is one of the best laps on track all day of 25.091. The only person that's been
contact,
faster.
sorry! Berner around off of turn number 4, no caution. But that was a result of contact with the 53. Let's get you a replay real quick while we're still single file. Pole sitters night going from bad to worse.
Yeah, I can see. It almost looks like they were taking different lines here. That 53 was on the bottom. The 9 was trying to kind of arc down. Let's get together there. When Berner goes to try to save it, the car just kind of kicks out on him. It's very a low-speed spin.
The 53 now around off of turn 4. Yellow flag is out.
Ooh, that 53 is...
He's done.
That car's a mess right now.
That car is destroyed, and I think he did the thing. Here's the replay.
You're just stuck in the pit wall. Yeah, it looks like that 53 over rotates and.
Oh my goodness.
Shot.
That wall is dangerous.
I'm starting to see why they might have gotten rid of the short track.
We shouldn't laugh, but we know the drivers are all okay, so we will laugh.
Steve Rogers getting very fortunate not to get caught up in that.
Oh my goodness.
Ryan Rogers is still putting around the track here.
Hey, they're going to try to fix it.
I think that might be his concern right now. I think he's going to try to catch the field here. Hope that when he comes down pit road, they don't just tell him it's over because the car's running.
Well, everybody coming back down pit road. So again, that's our indication that these tires have a lot of meaning in them. 11 cars stopped. I believe he's waiting for the 53.
The 53 is going to stay out here, and I think he's going to lead a lot with a blown motor.
Oh. Have you ever?
Yeah, a couple times.
Actually, yeah. You remember Carl Edwards led a lap with, Carl Edwards. Didn't he get pushed across, or was that Stenhouse?
That was Stenhouse. It was the other way around. Edwards ran into the back of him.
He led a lap with a blown motor. He just got pushed across the line. What a time. Carolina Hurricanes currently up 2-1 over the Nashville Predators. Game 1 Stanley Cup playoffs. Central Division Round 1. Gotta show hockey some love here. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to JTN tonight. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you hit that like button. Chris Rogers coming back down pit road. A little curious why that 00 is coming back down. What happened?
There aren't cars out there anymore. It's kind of like
yeah, but track position. I mean, once he got that lead, he was setting sail. I mean, come on. Just, don't give me that. Don't give me that. Oh, track position. Oh, tires.
I don't know, Joe.
I think you do know, and you're just trying to make me look like a fool, and I don't appreciate you clowning on me, Ricky.
You call me a clown? Do I have curly hair and a nose?
I'm not calling you an MIT grad.
Oh, ow. God.
I'm not either. Don't worry, Ricky.
I was joking. You went straight for the jugular. Jesus.
I don't think not getting into MIT is really like the worst thing in the world.
I know.
Hey, you got the college degree. You got that degree.
Yeah, I didn't even apply. I don't know why I'm offended. 53 is out with Valve, is what they're saying. So hopefully he plays some Team Fortress to relax. Sorry, I'm very sorry for that.
That one went over my head anyway, so it's okay.
53 Ryan Rogers out with an engine failure. Got a lap led with that blown motor, so you know something about that Chevy reliability there. That small block doesn't die.
Very reliable Chevrolet. Let's go places. Or no, it's Toyota. What is Chevy's? I don't even know.
Let's go places like a rock. What a feeling. The new generation of car.
That their new EV slogan?
Yeah.
Oh man.
They stole it from Oldsmobile, except they just replaced Oldsmobile with car.
May is the biggest month in the motorsports world, folks, as numerous crown jewel events and racing occur in the month of May. May is also Mental Health Awareness Month. Know that you are not alone, and all of us at JTN encourage you to reach out to loved ones if you or someone you know has been struggling. It is okay to not be okay. For more information and resources, check out NAMI.org. That's NAMI.org. Be part of the change, break the stigma, and know that you are not alone. This May, Mental Health Awareness Month. Want you guys to make sure you're keeping that good mental health, keeping those good vibes flowing, because it can be hard, especially coming out of this pandemic. Should be getting one to go this time. I do believe.
Should be. We should be.
Should be. So we'll go back green flag racing lap 54.75. That leaves us just at 22 to go. Get a little antsy there behind the wheel, driver.
I think so. It's gonna be a mad dash here. 20 laps ain't a lot here. We're well over halfway. It's gonna be a quick one. As pace cars coming off, we'll do one more lap around here so that they can all these fellas can line up. But there's not a lot of time left. The clock's ticking. Those 20 laps are gonna go by quick. They're running 25-second laps around this place. You're talking about maybe about half a minute of a lap. You're talking about maybe, I don't know, 12-15 minutes left in this thing.
I mean, it's crazy, and that's why, folks, you gotta get your friends, get your family, get your dog watching the TV or the computer or wherever you're watching us here on JTN, because they're not going to want to miss the end of this one here from Pocono. Of course, as always, I'm Joe Twansky. He's Ricky Collette. Well, not always for Ricky, but most of the time. We'll be back with you. Next broadcast is Thursday night with Bomb Squad from Kentucky.
Sometimes I'm Tommy, sometimes I'm Davey.
Hey, sometimes that second person is just a person. I don't know. Sometimes there isn't. Sometimes you're no one. But you're always someone to me, Ricky. Coming back to green this time at the line. 22, Nick Rogers with control of it. And away we go. Green flag from Pocono.
Rogers gets a great run on that bottom. He's going to pull ahead here with the lead. Michael Berner hits that apron.
Oh,
you can see
buddy.
He's getting loose. He's going to lose a spot to Chris Rogers in the 00.
And look at Steve Rogers rebounding after early incidents. He's there in second. Oh, my goodness, Chris Rogers, don't do that again. I thought he was hitting it. I thought he was hitting it.
I didn't get a chance to say it earlier. When the 22 put up his fastest lap was a 25.091, one of the fastest laps on track. Who has the fastest lap of the race, you ask? Steve Rogers right behind him, 25.066. So we still got the two fastest guys theoretically on track right now, even though they haven't technically been at the front yet today.
Getting single file here. We're giving each other space, but I have a feeling that's not going to last for long.
Yeah, these guys are going to have to make sure they're making moves and making them quick, because it's going to start getting dicey. See so many different strategies.
Oh,
Double zero, that left front raising up off that Camaro. That thing is... He's twisting that car. He's twisting that sister for all it's worth.
Gonna go try to make his way around the 12 on the high side. Now Burner to the bottom. Battle for third. Cranking on up.
Michael Burner coming on back. Burner just ran the fastest lap of the race. So Michael Burner just found something here the last time by, and he's blown by the double zero.
Chris Rogers back to fourth. Burner up to third. But right now, it's that 22 Nick Rogers, that True Value Hardware Chevelle out front. I couldn't get a good picture of the nose, and I don't know these cars too well from the back, Ricky. And
that is Chevelle, which a wider stance. Here comes Michael Burner to the inside. The 12 of Steve Rogers just put up another absolute blazer of a lap. He just ran another 25 flat. Burner is coming. He's coming with a vengeance right now.
Hey, he wants to get back to that lead. He started up there. You want to finish up there. Doesn't really pay you anything most weeks to start up front, but it does to finish out front. Burner still looking to the inside of Steve Rogers for second.
And Ketchum's one thing, Passum's a whole nother, but look at Michael Burner trying to throw it in. Steve Rogers really throws it deep there. Double zero. Chris Rogers throws it in deep up high. It really is, Joe, that you can just sort of throw it in really deep, and that's half the battle around this place. But you got to think those guys are maybe burn their stuff up just a little bit doing that, as opposed to a 9 who looks a little content right now to just kind of let the car roll through.
Chris Rogers,
yeah.
I mean, it can't be too content losing a position here. What are we doing?
I don't know, but he's losing time. He can't lose a position here. Chris Rogers hits that apron. You don't want to hit the apron. He's going to get him loose. You can see the 9's already coming back because your double zero hit the apron a little bit.
Well, he's all over the apron there through 3 and 4. Burner gonna... Oh, no!
Oh, the 12. Oh, and he caught the double zero of Rogers. That's
no! That is going to be our third car out of the race after hitting the end of pit wall.
Oh, my
goodness. Because that
thing
has gone up in smoke. Clutch it. Clutch it. Get to pit road and clutch it. But I don't think you can fix that one. Get your replay. Oh my goodness.
Joe, it just seems like same story, different script here. The 12 of Steve Rogers gets loose coming off of turn 4 here. It looks like he tries to save it. He's chasing this thing for a long time this turn. I think it's the longest I've seen anyone do it. And just couldn't do anything. Catches that pit wall hard, and this time, Chris Rogers gets involved in that too, gets caught up in it. Let's see what happens with that double zero if he caught any considerable damage. But, gave that 12 a pretty good wallop.
Doop doop a dollop daisy.
Oh, Steve Rogers is... Dude, 60 miles an hour around here in first gear, so I don't know how many more ponies are under the hood of that Mustang, but I'm thinking most of them are not present at the moment.
Got turned into glue.
I had that in my head. I didn't want to say it because I didn't know what the producer's
I think that's okay.
I didn't know what standards of practices was going to say about that one.
That controversial?
I don't know. I don't know enough about horses to say one way or the other.
Well, Bristol says he doesn't like horses, so he does not have the horses in the back, as the kids would say. Horse, as the kids would say. Shaping up for a good finish to this one, folks, here from the Pocono short track. Leaders staying out. Again, that track position, oh, so important as this one winds down. Nick Rogers, he's going to have the lead here as long as he stays out on the restart. Then it's going to be the 11 of the 9 of Michael Burner. Then the 11 of Mike Rogers. Back there in third again, assuming these three stay out. Chris Rogers, you'd have to believe, going to line up in fourth because that 12 of Steve Rogers is absolutely hurting right now. I mean, he's putting oil all over the track. We may never go green. That thing is hurt. See if they can fix it. They just shut it off. We're hoping he fixes it. And he can't. He retires from the event. So 4 cars left in this one. We started with 7. We're going to finish with 4, hopefully.
Hopefully. I don't know. That pit wall is looking pretty angry right now. I don't think we've appeased it tonight.
Well, and remember, folks, we're coming back here next Monday night for a 100-lap modified race. So those mods might have a little more grip in them, but with the extra downforce. But I think these guys, they probably learned a lesson or two tonight.
A lesson or 2 or 3. You never know around this place.
You know what I do know, though?
What do you do now?
It's our TWB 10 to go, folks, and, well, TWB wants you to check out a business that can really light up your life. You know them, you love them. Head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com. From porches to patios to more, Garden Lights Direct has you covered. Again, that's GardenLightsDirect.com to get your next set of outdoor lighting. Again, that's GardenLightsDirect.com. GardenLightsDirect.com. On behalf of TWB for this, our TWB 10 to go. Pace car gonna roll off here.
Joe, the 9 is gone. Michael Berner has left the building.
Oh my goodness.
We're waiting to see if he comes back. It hasn't said he's out yet.
We're back green.
Back green. There he is.
Well, he's back, but he's lost the field.
He's got some ground to make up here. This might be a story, the Nick and Chris show here. With how few laps we got left. Nick Rogers and Chris Rogers, you can get the win here tonight.
Well, it's the Rogers and Rogers show, and you know who I'm rooting for. It's Rogers.
Michael Berner.
That 9 car, that is a tough pill to swallow.
That is very unfortunate.
If Chris Rogers in this 00 can hunt down the 22 here. Then the 11 of Mike.
22 goes way wide up the track. That's not what you want to do. That's going to let the 00 get the line on the inside. He's right there in the back bumper here as I hit the line for lap 69 of 75 tonight.
Nice. It's Chris Rogers now trying to find his way around that 22 of Nick Rogers. He's trying to find a way. I don't know if he's going to be able to find one because that 22 has looked stout all night long. Gonna wash a little high here, but not as bad as the last time around. Chris Rogers all the way down on the apron. Oh my goodness, so close to those barrels, please.
He's got the nose to the inside here, Joe. He's gonna make the run for the pass, and he can't clear him.
He could get the car to stick down into the entry of turn number 1 that time. 5 laps, or 6 laps remaining in this one.
See, he's really got to do it center off. You can see he's getting center off a lot better than the 22 car, but that only goes so far as the 22's got the better entry, which is what it's looking like right now for Nick Rogers. Nick Rogers washed up the track a little bit, and Joe, you got to wonder, when do you use the chrome horn here?
Now or never.
Now or never, huh?
In my humble opinion.
00 gets way down there. He's on the apron. He's letting that thing all swing out. Doesn't need 4 wheels. Only needs 3 touching the ground to be fast here.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is trying to find his way around that 22 of Nick Rogers, but if he's going to do it, it has to be down here in turn 3 and 4.
Big wiggle. Got chased a little bit. Hits the line for 73 of 75 laps here. Though there's not a lot of time left. Chris Rogers got to make a move one way or the other. This last few laps are going to go by like nothing.
Michael Berner has rebounded. He's gotten by the 11 of Mike Rogers for third, but Chris Rogers still all over the back bumper of Nick Rogers. Coming to 2 to go this time at the line.
We go this time at the line. Nick Rogers was able to power off turn 4. That's the first time I've seen him kind of get that good drive off in a few laps here. But look at Chris
he's right
Rogers
there!
throw that in. And all the 22 NCAA, but he gets loose. They're going to be side by side coming up straightaway.
Side by side down into 3 and 4. This time at the line, they'll see the white flag battling for the lead here late at Pocono. Chris Rogers all the way down as far as you can go to the inside. White flag one final time.
That's Rogers going to throw it in deep. Nick Rogers going to throw it in deeper. Try to see if he can stay. He's got to use his high line. Get a run down the back straightaway here. Who's going to give coming to turn 3, Joe?
Chris Rogers, he got a little loose there on the bottom. Still to the inside. It's the grass. He loses it coming off of turn number 4. It's going to be the 22. He made a run. Could get there. 22. Nick Rogers wins it.
Oh, my goodness.
Michael Berner comes home in third. Then the 11 of Michael Rogers rounds out the field that finished this race.
You can't say those guys left it all on the track there, because I think Chris Rogers left a little bit in the infield in that last lap.
Ricky-isms. I love them here at Pocono. Burn it down.
Mike.
Nick Rogers.
Goodness. It looks like Chris Rogers threw it in deep there. I don't know if it was that... Oh, the 22. I think they were just going for the same inside line. I think Chris just got on the brakes too hard, and the rear brake kind of grabbed the car and got it loose, or I don't know what he did there. The car just got really loose. It over-rotated into the grass, went for a little bit of a slide, and that let the 22 Nick Rogers kind of get everything he could need to make a run at that win.
Well, Nick is having a fun time right now burning off those rear tires because, oh my goodness, he's going all over giving the fans a show. Parks it at the start-finish line. Real quick, let's get you a replay of that last lap. It is side by side down into turn 1. And I think where this 00 is going to lose the race, Ricky, gets a little loose here off of 2 on the bottom. Or wait, this is lap. No, this is last lap. Then he just, he throws it down in there. I think, I don't know what happened there. If he could have stuck to the inside, I think he would have had a chance, but...
It almost looks like he hit the brakes. Maybe he was reacting to 22, taking that inside line. But man, he cut that so deep in turn 4 here. He just gets so close to that pit wall. That's about as close as you could get without skewering it, and it almost got him to the 22 car.
Almost, but close, but no cigar, I think is the phrase.
What a finish. See that in chat.
What up, Tony? Anthony? My guy, my dude. Yeah, what a finish.
What a finish.
We've been working on some projects here at JTN. That one just might make it into a project, because holy cannolis. What a finish.
Holy cannolis indeed.
Have you ever had a holy cannoli?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Where'd you get yours from?
A place called Holy Cannoli.
Please tell me that's an actual place.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I have to go. You better not be lying to me.
I'm telling the truth.
I hope so, for your sake. Results coming up on your screen as you're listening to our banter that Bristol would try to mute most of the time, but we didn't let him tonight. Enjoyed. Talk with our top 3 here after the race. We'll start with Michael Berner in just a second once we get these results on your screen after a spectacular finish here from Pocono. Remember, folks, we're back here next Monday night. So, Brendan Spatafor, right, and then JTN is the best. Appreciate that. Remember, we'll be back here next Monday night with the Stars Modified Tour. right back at this Pocono short track. So if you liked what you saw tonight, share it with your friends, and then tell them that they have to tune in next week, 8:40 p.m. for the start of that one. Got to bring Michael Berner getting the headset on down there on pit lane after this one. Michael, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, are you disappointed after that one? After being up there and being really fast throughout the night?
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in that. I had a really good car. I went in the last pit stop and made a little bit of adjustment in the option settings, and it helped a lot. And then that last restart, I blinked out, and then I came back, and I was like third already, and I couldn't do anything.
They were gone. I think they knew you'd have something for them on the restart, so they just got going as quick as possible to make sure you weren't there for them. But let's talk about this race tonight, because you were very, very, very consistent with your line compared to everyone else. Did you think that was a key to making those fast lap times, just continue to click them off lap after lap the same way?
Yeah, I agree. In the beginning when Ryan was behind me, I was just basically like backing up my corner and trying to save a little bit of tire, and I guess that was probably it's probably helped me run a smooth line and stuff, trying to save tires for the end.
Hey, save those tires, but man, if that internet doesn't go out, I don't know. We would have maybe saw 3 cars battling up there for the lead. But Michael, a great run tonight here. Started on the pole, weren't able to get it done next in victory lane. What do you think? How do you think next week's race? Because we're going to be back here, we're just going to be with the modifieds. How do you think next week's race is going to differ from tonight, and what do you think might be the same?
I feel like the cars are gonna act a little bit different because of the physics, and the modifieds a little bit more power, so it's probably gonna be a little bit different coming off the corner. But and they'll probably turn into the corner a little bit better. But I feel like you were able to run side by side, and I think you'll still have that with the modifieds and stuff.
Hey, you got a leg up on the competition with that. But Michael, congratulations, 3rd place finish tonight. Before we let you go, I know you got sponsors to thank, family back home, so the floor is yours, buddy.
All right, first off, I want to thank you guys at JTN for broadcasting. I would like to thank Dano Skins, Andrew Hertz at Track Connections, and I would like to send my best wishes for Kenny to get well. We're cheering for you, man, to get better and back racing with us, And I want to thank Burner Motorsports, that's my only sponsor on this car.
I mean, the team sponsors you, and they did a great job tonight putting together a fast piece. We got to get more logos on that car, though, Michael. Congratulations on a 3rd place finish. Hopefully you get more sponsors, or we get more sponsors for you. Congratulations again, and good luck next week. I hope to see this 9 car really quick again when we come back to Pocono.
Thank you.
Right, Michael Berner, driver, the number 9 Berner Motorsports Chevrolet. All right, now we move on to our 2nd place finisher. Wouldn't want to give him the moniker that Jimmy Spencer made famous with Mr. Excitement, but Chris Rogers, driver the number 00 car. You got a copy there, Chris?
I got you, Joe.
Started shotgun on the field tonight, got all the way up to the lead at a point. Right there at the end, battle for 2nd. You got to be really proud of that effort tonight.
Yeah, the car wasn't the greatest, but it was good enough definitely to get me to the front. I don't want to say what I did in time trials, but it wasn't pretty. That put me back there.
What'd you do in time trials? Come on, now you can't tease us like that.
Well, I know you guys saw the 3 cars that ended up out of the race, and they slammed into the corner of that pit wall. I did that in time trials. So I almost did it during the race a couple times too.
Not like 20 times, not a couple. Every time you came off that corner. That was my next question. So that's a good transition. You really were aggressive with cutting that turn 4 down on the apron. How did that what advantage did that give you? And are you feeling okay? Are you a little scared now after that? Are you going to be seeing those barrels for a couple weeks in your nightmares?
No, not at all. I'm just going to work on trying to get closer to it. If I was able to get a really good turn through the center, and once the car set, I could really cut the exit of that corner, and I could run right up against those barrels and pretty much right up against that pit wall, and it would give me a really, really good launch up off of turn 4. I was a lot better down the turn 3 and 4 end than I was down in turn 1 and 2. The car just didn't rotate as well down the far end of the racetrack. where Nicholas was able to rotate that corner a lot better than me.
What was the difference between the corners? Because it's hard to see them visibly, from like up in the grandstands up here in the booth. But what was the big difference between the one at turn 1 and 2 end to the turn 3 and 4 end?
Just the transition. The transition from the front straightaway down at the turn 1, it was a little tough, especially since it's kind of a blind corner, with the way the Jersey barriers are set up on the racetrack. Turn 3 was a lot more defined, and it had a little more banking going in, so it was able to hold the car in into the racetrack a little bit better down in turn 3. If you overshot the entrance at turn 3, you weren't as bad off as if you missed the entrance at turn 1. Because if you missed the entrance at 1, it would just float you all the way to the fence.
I think that makes sense too, because you also got that backstretch was obviously a little narrower compared to that front straightaway too. So, that's really good insight. Again, folks, we're gonna be back here next week with the modifieds. So, I know Chris will feel a little more at home with those cars, but congratulations, second place run tonight. As always, the floor is yours. I know you got sponsors to thank, people back home to shout out. Rick, let it rip.
First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for putting this show on. JTN is one of the best out there. They're a new up and coming company, but we really enjoy working with you guys. You guys make us look really, really good. So we can't thank you enough for showcasing what we have to offer. I want to give a special shout out and hello to Kenny Shipley. I know Kenny was out there watching tonight. We miss you, buddy. We can't wait for you to get back out here and racing with us. You're making it easy on us, trust me, buddy. Even though he's not here, Dano with Dano Skins, he was such a great friend to us. He was a huge attribute to the league between all the cars he painted up, all the magazine covers, the website work, everything that he did made XL what it is today. And without him, there really wouldn't be an XL Racing. So I can't thank him enough for everything he did over the years, for the website and being as good as a friend as he was to me. I got to thank Andrew over at Track Connection. Andrew was taking care of some track hosting files, and when we weren't running the dirt stuff, him and Dano were putting some slamming dirt tracks together. They really kicked butt. They made them a lot of fun. They made us some nice racy racetracks. And I got to thank my sponsors on the car: Dover Brake and Clutch, Ruderman Chevrolet, and Kendall GT1 Motor Oil.
And Chris, we can't thank you enough for having us out here so we can showcase what we do. Because you guys you always put on fantastic shows, and you say we make you look better. You look, whatever, I forget your exact word, but I think you help us make us look a lot better because you put on some of the best, cleanest racing out there right now in all of NR 2003. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. Congratulations on the second place finish. Good luck next week. I can't wait to see what the modifieds do here, how much different that's going to be at this unique Pocono short track. And again, congratulations on the finish tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the modifieds. If anybody out there is interested in racing with us, check us out on the web at www.xlracing.net. Driver signups are always open for every series that we have going on. Right now, we're in between series with our Super Speedway series. We're getting ready to switch over to Wednesday nights with the Aero 88 cars. That's going to start up sometime between June and July. We haven't set a complete schedule yet, but keep your eyes out for that. Currently on Monday nights, we are running the Outlaws GNS Late Model Series. It's a 12-week season. We are 4 weeks into the season. Monday night is basically just our complete short track series. We run everything modified, street stocks, late models, short track trucks, outlaw late models. Come the end of the year, we're going to be running the Dirt 55s on the figure 8. So we have a lot to offer for everybody's interest out there. And the door is always open to anybody. We pride ourselves on being a fun but competitive league. there's plenty of guys out there that'll tell you, XL Racing made them a better driver. Did they? Did it? I don't really know. But, a lot of my guys that came over and were completely green are now pretty successful drivers. So if we're always willing to help new drivers out, as well as older drivers, and to become better racers. We enjoy racing with everybody. So if you're interested, check us out, www.xlracing.net. Check us out on Facebook, XL Racing NR 2003. Thank you also for everybody that tuned in to watch the broadcast, and I would greatly appreciate it.
Hey, Chris, I think they all appreciate you. And we posted that link in the chat, too, and I believe it should be in the description of the video. So make it even easier for you. Again, that's xlracing.net. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us after this one. Good luck next week when we come on back.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Chris Rogers, driver number 00, Overbreak Chevrolet. All right, moving on. He's had plenty of time to soak in the victory here tonight. Driver, the number 22, True Value Hardware Chevrolet, Nick Rogers. How does this victory feel?
Oh, Joe, it's awesome. Last two TV races, I flagged that up and kind of got a little frustrated, but I finished this one finally and I was able to take home first.
So is that our indication? If you finish the race, you're going to win it? Should I just automatically book that if you're there on the last lap? That I'm just going to be talking to you at the end of the night, anyways.
I wish it was like that, but here, the drivers here at XL were very talented, and they really put on some pressure.
Well, there was a lot of pressure there in those closing laps. You had a great battle with Chris in the 00. How he talked that you were a little bit quicker on one end and he was maybe a little bit better on the other end of the track. How did you kind of navigate that as the laps wore on?
Well, I was able to save my tires a little bit throughout the race. He was a little better in 3 and 4 than I was. I was better coming out of 1 and 2. So I was looking in my mirror and seeing like how he was running 3 and 4 and see if I could do the same. And that kind of helped me. And then at the end, kind of came loose off of 2. He got on the inside of me and it was just a drag race to the finish. I was trying to hold on to the outside, which I was able to do. And it was a great finish by me and him.
A great finish, and he hit the grass, and I think he was maybe a little closer. He would have hooked you right just to make sure you got the victory. So keep that in your brain. Also, he's better in 3 and 4 because he was crazy down in 3 and 4. Did you see how scared were you when you saw those guys getting close to the barrels tonight?
Oh man, I mean, I think every single one of us almost hit those barrels today. That was the line to run. If you were able to hold it down and make your left front just missed the barrels, you're going to be fast down that front straightaway. I mean, in the middle of the race, I knocked the car sideways and almost clipped the barrels, and thank God I didn't, because that would have ended in a huge pile because I was leading. And I think that was the same corner. I believe it was either Ryan or Steven hit it.
That does, yeah. I think it was. Oh
Same
yeah,
lap.
yeah. I think it was Steven that hit it. That was because I'm watching, and Ricky and I were up here watching, right? And we're every time you guys went off of 4, I was like, I like held my breath, especially with some of these camera angles that we had tonight. That's just you can't tell if you're gonna hit them, and then the 1 or 2 times that you hit them, you get thrown all the way across the track. And like you said, you led the most laps. So if anyone was to do it and make a big mess of the field, it probably would have been you, because you in theory, you dominated tonight, leading 26 out of the 75, Nick. A great run for you in the 22 team. I know this is some good momentum going into next week in the modifieds. Do you think you can double down here at this Pocono short track on next Monday?
I don't really know right now. I wasn't really too confident coming into here because I didn't have much practice on the track. But I do realize I'm really fast in the street stock series. I've won major races in the past in this series, and same with the modifieds. I won a couple important races. So hopefully the momentum will transfer over to the mods and put on a great show like we did today.
Hey, started at Excel in 2020. Already have your first championship with the Super Speedway title that here in 2021. Congratulations on that too, and congratulations on this win tonight, Nick. But before we let you go, it's your first time up here in the booth, so I'll lay it out for you. I know you got sponsors, you got family, friends, guys to thank. Floor is yours to do so, buddy.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank Chris. He operates the entire league from the website to the server. He really puts in the time for us and gives us a place to race every week. Everybody here couldn't be more thankful for him. And also, shout out to him again for painting up 9% of my cars that I run here. He does a really great work on them. I appreciate it. Shout out to Dano. We all miss you, man. I didn't really get to meet you yet, but you still had a huge impact on the server that still lasts today. I just wish I was able to run with you at least once. Heard many great stories about you. And we miss you, man. So another thank you to Track Connection. Thank you to JTN for an amazing broadcast. I watch you guys almost every week. You guys do a great job. Thank you to all the competitors tonight and every week, actually. You guys put on a great race and make it fun for me. So you guys are the reason I come back. Shout out to Kenny. I know you're watching. I know you're getting better, man. We all believe in you. In no time, you'll be running back with us. So keep fighting for us, man. We miss you. Thank you to sponsors, True Value and Medford Auto Records. I'm really pumped for tonight. I was really happy to win this. I've only been with Excel for a little less than a year. It's going to be a year next month. And got a few wins in the championship under my belt, and I can't wait to expand on it. So, thank you.
Off to a blistering pace, Nick. Echo everything you said, and thank you for the compliment. And see, folks, if you watch JTN, you can get in victory lane. So watch more JTN, Nick. Congratulations on the victory tonight. Good luck next week. We hope to see this 22 running up front again when we revisit the Pocono short track next Monday night. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, guys.
Nick Rogers, driver the number.
Thank you.
Nick Rogers, driver the number 22, True Value Hardware Chevrolet. And Ricky, that does it for our coverage here from the Pocono short track. Again, we'll be back next Monday. I kept telling you, we'll be back, because we're going to see even better racing. And I don't know how you can top tonight, but I promise you we'll see even better racing. When we come back.
I don't know how you top tonight, Joe. That was that was something nuts. It's making me want to see what the rest of this track has to offer, because oh boy, that was a wild finish.
It's going to be a crazy one, folks, and you're not going to want to miss it. Again, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want you to smack it so hard that your computer screen breaks, maybe. Don't actually do that. That would be bad. Also, make sure you hit the like button on the video. We got a bunch of different content here. We have diecast reviews. We have, obviously, all these live broadcasts. I have a whole collection of old stop motions that I've done, so there's a lot of content on here if you're a racing fan. Appreciate you if you check it all out. And, yeah, that's going to do it from us here tonight at the Pocono Short Track. For Bristol, our producer, for Ricky Collette, I've been Joe TowNetwork. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, next time, we're with Excel next Monday night, 8:40 p.m. And our next live broadcast, of course, Thursday night, Bomb Squad Cup Series from Kentucky. You're not going to want to miss that one either, folks. Have a wonderful week. Get this thing, hopefully we kicked it off in a great fashion for you tonight here. And we'll see you guys next time, of course, live on JTN. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everybody. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh, Africa! Wide!
Who hit that?
Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
All right, and they're wrecking behind them. We got cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down, but it doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Musa. Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. Musa gets it.